It's a lot of stuff.
Well, boys, I'm happy to say we finally did it. We have our Supercharger. This entire kit you're looking at right here is the ECS 1500 Paxton Novi Supercharger system for a C6 Grand Sport Corvette, which will be going on mine soon.
What I'm gonna do right now is go over everything I bought for supercharging my Corvette. I'll give a rough initial estimate with the price. Keep in mind, we haven't started install yet, so there's probably gonna be more that goes on, or even more parts that we have to order or source to get the kit done.
I know right now we're looking at a lot. This kit right here, believe it or not, is actually just the tuner kit. So I did not buy the kit that comes with the tuner and the injectors and the fuel system. Mainly I didn't do that because we're gonna need a little bit more. We're gonna talk about my fuel system in a second here, but first let's start with the blower. So here is the Supercharger in all of its glory. It is very heavy to actually, gotta put that down. It's very heavy to actually put into one hand, so I don't want to pick it up and mess with that too much. There is a little shaft at the end of it that I probably don't want to bend. Now this specific kit for the blower should have me making around 8 to 10 PSI of boost here. The kit does come with only one 3.25 inch pulley. Now compared to other kits, that's actually a pretty small pulley there. Reason they include a smaller pulley is because there's actually going to be a restrictor plate in the intake that is going to basically maximize how much boost the blower can actually turn. It is going to be possible to remove the restrictor plate from the air intake, but I am going to keep it on there.
So 8 to 10 PSI, you might be asking yourself, how much power are we gonna push? How much are we shooting for? I think I'm going to be limited by my fuel system for how much power I'm gonna make.
Now, if we just wanted to run pump gas 91, this kit would probably turn over 650 wheel all day long, and I probably really wouldn't have many fueling issues. Now, the problem with running 91 is you have detonation. So I did buy a flex fuel kit and an auxiliary fuel pump to basically keep up with the demand for fuel. Because E85 burns faster and you technically need more of it, it actually ends up being safer for the car. In short, it burns colder. This blower is the 1500 series. It's a little bit bigger than its competitor, the A&A Corvette series there. Now you might notice a lot of C6 Corvettes actually run an A&A kit versus an ECS kit. Done a lot of research between them, and I'm not really sure why everyone does run the A&A kit. This one does normally put up better numbers than the A&A kit. So that's actually what drove me to the ECS kit rather than the A&A kit for my car. Some other goodies you're gonna find in this box here, you're gonna find your intercooler, which ECS claims supports up to 1200 horsepower. It is an air-to-air intercooler, so it's a pretty simple setup. There's actually not too much intercooler piping throughout the kit here, so hopefully that means install is gonna be relatively simple. Now I went with a centrifugal supercharger for a couple reasons there. One of those being is I really love how it sounds. I love the power delivery. Here's the Raceport 50 millimeter blow-off valve that actually came with the kit there, so that's gonna make a lot of good noises. If you're familiar though with my channel, you would know that in the past I actually had a 3-valve Mustang that had a centrifugal supercharger on it. So really, I'm a fan and I'm pretty familiar with these supercharger kits here. The intake air temps are generally lower and the supercharger is more efficient than your top mounted positive displacement supercharger would be. The horsepower goal for this car is going to be around 700 wheel horsepower there. Again, this kit might actually be able to make about 1,000 horsepower. There's a lot of these kits actually making around 850 to 900 wheel online if you look that up. but my most limiting factor here is going to be my fuel system. I do actually have dyno numbers from where this car currently sits right now. If you are familiar with it, it's a cam only car. So it's a stage 4 BTR cam with some sporting mods like an intake and full exhaust. Car made 497 rear wheel horsepower on a Mustang dyno, and it really feels pretty darn good for what it is right now. Now, instead of just relying on a dyno number as a benchmark here, I thought we'd get a little bit more scientific about it. Pretty popular benchmark people use nowadays is a 60 to 130 roll. So I thought that would be the perfect test for this car right now with how it sits. Then once we're done with the Supercharger install, we'll see how much we improved upon that time.
Install of the Supercharger kit is going to start this weekend, and I am going to document basically everything I can. I got a tech buddy that's going to help me out with the install. I'm okay with mechanical stuff, but I'm not the best. It is a little bit of a bigger project, and we have an auxiliary fuel system we have to figure out too. So I imagine this install is going to take this weekend and possibly the next weekend there. Tuner should be able to get me on the dyno within a week or two of the install being complete. So we're getting pretty close. If you haven't already and you want to see some of the install videos or future videos and content I make on my C6 Corvette, make sure you subscribe to my channel and leave a like so that other people can find my videos as well.
If you do have any questions about this kit in specific, make sure you leave a comment below. I'll make sure to answer some of your questions if I have the ability to do so. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again soon.
They say you get the cops